Hi everybody, welcome to DayZ, welcome to the PlayStation 4. We're back in Chernarus. I'm just doing a quick little bit of inventory management here. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. I don't want to get rid of any of these books. I want to carry the books. Right, okay. Let's put that away. No. I'm really struggling here with lack of space. We've got an awful lot of... Do we really need all this food? Do we really need all this food? What could we get rid of? What could we get? Oh, we've got spare gloves. Interesting. I'll tell you what we could do. If we come over here and we just drop our food here. Let's make a little pile of chicken. There we go. Then we should be able to put that in our backpack. Then we can come over here. Let's get the other bit of wood. Let's go over here. Let's make a little fire. Some of these rags. Nice. Let's pick that up, put that on the fire. What's that on the floor there? Don't know. Let's light this fire. Nice. Where's the hatchet gone? Let's go and get a stick. A long stick. Okay. No long stick there. How about this? This bush looks big. Cut bush. Here we go. This should give us a long stick. Yeah, good. We've got a long stick. Okay. Let's go back to the fire. Let's put these short. Oh, I don't want to stand too close. Let's put these short sticks on the fire. Go. Let's put that away. Swap them over. Gonna put that straight onto there. Yeah. Right. So, welcome. Now, as you know, we've been on Livonia, weren't we, on DayZ for the last few episodes. But we're back in Chernarus. We're back basically to do a little bit of investigation. So, over the past couple of weeks, I haven't really been doing many live streams for DayZ because I've been busy beavering away on the new Scalespeeder gaming PC private server, and just doing some PC type mods. So so if you've got DayZ on the PC, and you want to go on a PvE server, $2 a month, over 18, come and join in. You can have a go. And it basically the mod that we're running on that one is I'm running the Chernarus Winter mod, which is really cool. It's a really cool mod. So Chernarus is basically colder and it's covered in snow, so it's more of a challenge to survive. However, it got me, whenever I do stuff like that, I start thinking about the things that we could do on Xbox and PlayStation, because on PC we have access to everything, so you can do all the mods in the world, whatever's available, with your Nitrado private server, you can crack on and you can do it. And we have restrictions on Xbox and PlayStation. We can play around with the loot table, and we can play around with what spawns in on the map, in a limited form. So you know you can control like how many vehicles, how many bears, how many zombies, how many hammers, you know, all that sort of stuff. Weapons, you can control all that, and you can add some stuff in. But you couldn't, for example, have the Chernarus winter mod. But what I was thinking was, I wanted, because my servers are PvE only servers, so you only get to, you know, it's player versus environment, so it's like an adventure that you go on. It's like almost like a single player experience, although people do meet up and do stuff. And it's all about learning the mechanics behind DayZ and enjoying learning the game in a situation where you know you're not going to get shot in the back of the head. But I was thinking one of the problems is that even though I have increased the loot table in terms of some of the quality of life stuff, it's still a bit of a challenge. So if you wanted to, for example, build a really massive base, okay, it would still be quite difficult, because it would be quite difficult to find enough nails, unless you were playing the game like all the time, you know, and then you might be able to do it. So what I've done is I've played around to create a vehicle that is going to spawn in, and the idea is that it should spawn, there's these couple of trucks that will spawn in, and they'll have loads of builder stuff in, so they'll have loads of nails, spades, axes, whetstones, duct tape, all that sort of stuff. So the idea is that I will, if it works, I can have these around the map in different places. So if people want to build like really big bases and have a go at doing that, they can find these trucks, get loads of nails, get loads of duct tape, get loads of wire. I've even put things like a fence kit in and a watchtower kit, you know, so you don't even have to bother making them, and then have, you know, have a really good time sort of building stuff. But the problem is that the Scalespeeder gaming servers, I mean, it's not a problem, but they're live. You know, I have people going on these servers, so I can't just reset them. And I haven't got a test server going at the moment, so I thought, well, you know, instead of kind of cheating and just changing my spawn location, I thought, well, let's take a stroll down there, because I miss playing DayZ. You know, I love this game. I think it's absolutely fantastic. But in order to start this journey, I've got some food that I wanted to cook. So right, there we go. And I think we've got one more piece of chicken to cook, and go on there. Yes, so we're right up in the north of the map at the moment, and we've got to get down to the middle of the map. That's where one of these trucks is going to spawn in. Also, I wanted them to spawn in a natural manner, in the fact that I'm not forcing them to spawn in. I'm treating them like a police car spawn. But there's only 2 spawn points, and I've told it to spawn 2 of these things, so hopefully they should always be there. And the idea is that they will respawn in as well, so they'll have a lifetime, they'll then disappear, and they'll spawn back in with more stuff in them, so you can continually go back to get more nails or get more axes, that sort of thing. But once we've got this chicken cooked, I've got some water bottles. I've got spare gloves. I probably need, let's take that, let's drop that, let's eat some chicken. I'll take that. I will have a look at the chat in a minute. Apologies for not looking at the chat. I'm just trying to crack on here. So we're going to have plenty of energy. Right, let's do that. Let's have a drink of water. an eye on my stomach, make sure it doesn't get too full. And then we should be good to go. Excellent, so let's put that away. We've cleared up quite a lot of space, so what have we got? We've still got a bottle of water left, we've got a can of Pepsi. Yeah, so we're good to go. So let's just... God, I've got to remember to do this now. Right, let me check the chat, because I have been remiss and haven't checked it. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? There we go. I normally set this up in advance, but I forgot to today. Right, here we go. Yo, Leolo is deadly says, keep 3/4 of it, running assets, plug a mouse into your PS4, and it makes inventory management a lot easier. But it does. Leo is deadly said, I want to buy DayZ in my laptop, but I don't know if it'll run. Yeah, you can always run it through GeForce Now. Aaron says, I've got my own Livonia server, and I've been playing a lot on Cherno. If only can have snow on PS4. I know, one day maybe. Aaron says, nice to see you stream as well. It's been a while. It has. Yeah, nice to see everybody. Keith says, what's up? And I said, what's up? Right, brilliant. I've caught up with chat. Thanks everybody for joining in. So as I say, we are up at Novodmitrovsk, and we need to get to Stary Sabor, which is southeast as the crow flies. How are our shoes doing is the question. They're worn. We haven't got any tape. Can we fix them with leather? Maybe. So a priority is to see if we can. So it's that. So that's south, isn't it? So we want to be going that way. Okay. I'll tell you what we'll do as well. Let's put that one to there. We'll hit a few of the industrial areas on the way through, just to see if we can pick up some spare shoes. Or a proper backpack would be in order, wouldn't it? Instead of this rather fetching but not that practical school bag. Anyway, hope everybody's had a great weekend. Hope you're not being driven too much insane by lockdown. I know here in the UK some of the lockdown measures have been relaxed and people can go out and the sound of a zombie. Now, funny enough, you may well think the sound of a zombie isn't very good, but I'm here to tell you that as a private server owner, the sound of a zombie is excellent because it means the server is working properly. And when you don't see any zombies, that's when you start to worry, because you think, oh god, the server's stopped working, things have stopped spawning in. There we go. You know, I've been playing on the PC for, a few days, modding and playing around, and PlayStation looks pretty good, I know it gets a lot of grief, but I think this is probably a really good time of day, isn't it, with the sun coming through the trees. Let's do a few of these houses, because, as I say, I wouldn't mind getting some spare shoes. Because I think you can fix shoes with the leather repair kit. Ah! There we go. So we've got spare shoes, so that's good. So we've got spare shoes, spare gloves. Excellent. The DayZ gods are smiling on us. So, we could, if we were feeling adventurous, really just strike out to the southwest and just go for it. Oh, okay. We are going to have to do some inventory management here. Oh no, we are packed. We've got... The problem is we can't put a hatchet away. Do we really need spare gloves? They're still pristine. So let's get rid of our gloves. We don't need those. Sewing kit, kitchen knife. Can we put this away now? No, I still can't put it away. We're going to have to bin the book. As much as I don't want to throw away the book. It's gone. Okay, so now we should be able to put the hatchet away. Yeah. Alright, so that's south. So that's southwest. That's the direction we're going in. I might just head out and just go cross country. Oh wow! Lialo says, "Are you on Xbox or PS4?" This is the PlayStation 4. Aaron says, "I'm a sub. Also, I've been using your videos on XML files. Very helpful, but hate to admit I was plain dumb and forgot to save defaults." They're out there. You can get the defaults. Daniel says, "I have a modded server on PS4 thanks to your files. Just fiddle with them a bit, but struggle to get gas in the trunk. Only gas canister are spawned in the Ada. Only I tried to copy your file and copy what you did after the trunk on full before Ada, but I listened to everything my server finally got there. Thanks for your video." Oh good, I am pleased. Now listen, I am going to do a video soon warning people about modding on DayZ and the fact that it is a thankless task. It's a tricky thing to do, and one of the problems is there's no official documentation for modding. Now, do I just risk? Yeah, I am going to risk it. If we hear any wolves or bears, I'm just going to log out. All right, but it's my server, so I can. Yeah, there's no official documentation for how lots of things work in DayZ, and what that leads to is an awful lot of frustration when it comes to modding. How do I get? So we just. I don't want to get wet. And so if you do decide to start modding, you do have to bear in mind that it will be very frustrating. Things often will not work. And you'll waste hours and hours trying to do things that just won't work. But that's just the way it is. But then it can be very fulfilling when it goes right. So, for example, now, because we're going towards Novi Sabor, Aaron says, yes, do a warning, because lots of people could mess up like I did. Thanks, man. I see them online, but listen to it. Yeah. And people often, one of the biggest mistakes people make is they try and bite off too much, bite off more than they could chew. So they try and do lots and lots of mods at first, and change lots of things, and it doesn't work, and you don't know what went wrong. So always start off with little things, see if they work, and carry on. It also helps if you've got a server that nobody's on, so that you can keep resetting it and starting and doing all that sort of stuff again and again. So yeah. Because you probably noticed with my DayZ Xbox and PC modding, I haven't really done any more videos about it, because I kind of got to the point where lots of the stuff we're doing now on PlayStation and Xbox, it's a bit kludgy, it's a bit of a walkaround, sorry. And we're doing things not in the way that they should be done. That might sound a bit odd, but you'll have noticed quite a few guys have done things like being able to mod it, spawn in buildings and bridges and all sorts of stuff. Now, it does work, and it's great that they can do it, but the way that you've got to do it isn't the way that the game does it. You're like forcing things, and I'm not particularly happy, doing that. I'd rather wait till we get access to the files, like the init.c, so that we can change player spawns and stuff like that. Plus, the other thing, I try and make my mods in the spirit that DayZ is, I guess, the developers or the guys who originally invented DayZ, who wrote the add-on for Arma 2, you know, the way that they would want it. You know, for me, DayZ is a zombie apocalypse survival game. You know, that's what it's all about. So I'm a bit loath to make it into anything else. You know, you can play around with quality of life, make things easier for people, make things more enjoyable, but I don't want to make it something else, you know. But there we go. Daniel says, really tricky, mate. Done my nut in one slip and you lose everything on the server, but I finally got all the cars fully working. Only the 4x4 ADAs had the gasoline tank. Aaron says, yes, I own my own server as well. Yes, exactly. Yeah, so for the ADA 4x4 is a great example where I got it consistently working on my server, you know, where people could find them and they were fully geared up with a tank of gas in the boot. All people have to do is fill the little Jeep with fuel, go and find some water, fill it with water, and they've got a vehicle. I for example, also had trouble then. For a few hours, I tried to get it so all the cars would spawn in, good to go. But then I started running into performance trouble, and you know, and not working. So I was satisfied on my server with just having the 4x4s ready to go. So yeah. Anyway, I mean, I think we're going to have exciting things coming anyway, haven't we? Because we've got the new consoles coming in, you know, the autumn into Christmas this year, which means that we're going to be having DayZ running incredibly well, fingers crossed. And also the team at Bohemia Interactive, we know they're working heavily on a new engine for their Arma games, and that means that, you know, that DayZ, I would have thought, is going to get ported to that engine as well. So, you know, this game is, for me, I think is going to go from strength to strength. And I know I'm playing it on April Incognito says, do you think we'll get access to init.c on PlayStation 4? Okay, so I don't know if we're aware of what happened, but a few guys on, I think it was on Xbox, got access to it. They found a back door on the Nitrado servers where they got access to init.c, and they were modding people's loadouts, you know, when you spawned into the game as a fresh spawn, which was amazing. And then Don Sibley, you know, great YouTuber, check out his channel, Don Sibley Gaming, great Twitcher as well, did a video on it. Nitrado picked up on it, went, whoa, 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 you shouldn't be able to do this, and turned off access. But as part of the to and fro that went with that, they said, look, listen, we want to give you init.c access. It's not up to us, it's up to Bohemia Interactive. And I guess Bohemia Interactive, again, would have to have discussions with Sony and Microsoft to see whether they're willing to do that. I think we will, and I think the init.c file will be available to us in the same way that the server messages file is available. So you go to your settings, you know, in your on your server, and you won't be able to go into the file browser to access init.c, but you'll be able to go into the init.c and you'll be able to see it in the way that you can see the messages file, messages XML or whatever it's called, that one. And that's all you need. You know, as soon as you've got access to that init.c file, the world's your oyster. I mean, I would be more than happy just to have that access on PlayStation and Xbox, because as soon as you've got init.c, you can alter players' spawn loadouts, and as soon as you can alter players' spawn loadouts, you can have different versions of DayZ, because we know we can have custom spawn points. And you know, I've done videos on this already. If you check out the channel, I've already published for the PC file packs that include spawn points for the Northwest Airfield, and new spawn packs that include just military kit, so you spawn in on the Northwest Airfield with a submachine gun and some magazines, and you can crack on and you can have a battle, you know. Done the same thing for the prison island off the south coast as well. And so that means, for example, on my private servers, Xbox or PlayStation, you can say, okay guys, we're going to have a PvP event this weekend. If you die, you're going to end up on the airfield and we're going to all shoot each other for the weekend. If you don't want to get involved, don't worry. Just stay away from the airfield and just carry on what you're doing and don't die. Yeah, very, very exciting. Very, very cool. Okay, so there's a castle up there, isn't there? See if I can get my bearings. Yo dude, your vids help me, says Jack. No worries, Jack. Daniel says, exactly what I did, mate. Was very tricky. Thought I had first seen how you did the Ada, but gave up, just finished the rest of the car to spawn. Fully working. April says, no, I didn't know. I followed Don also. Oh yeah, he's done. I think he might have pulled the video now where he did it. Aaron says, well, they did say 2020 is the year for DayZ minus the corona outbreak, so quite a setback. Daniel says, Don Sibley, another man I owe a big thank you to. What a guy. His videos explain a lot. Yeah, his videos are excellent. I watch them when I want to do something. Aaron says, yep, same as man. Both Don and Scalespeeder. Thank you very much. Subs to both helps a lot. Family Shenanigans says, what is the best way to get people to play on your server? Also, your vids have helped me. Oh, thank you, Family Shenanigans. I've wanted to for time, lol. Daniel says, one extra mod I have cannabis in my server, which turns out to be good food and drink, but would you like to get that melee sword if anyone would help me? It's just called sword, I think. You just add it as a weapon. April says, I've watched a number of your videos, very helpful. You have a great accent. Us Americans so easy. It's fine. So, Family Shenanigans asks a great question. I need to figure out where I am. I think I'm still a long way from Novi Sabor, so... How do you get people to play on your server? Yeah, well, I mean, if you look at my server, there's only 2 of us on the entire thing. But for me, that's really cool. You know, I like the fact that there's only 2 of us, because it means the server runs really, really smooth. And I know whoever comes onto this server is going to be having a really nice single-player DayZ experience, which is what it's all about. I'm very lucky in the fact that I have created, you know, lots of videos for YouTube, so lots of people watch my videos, and some of them see my videos about, you know, a PV. Oh, here we go. We can figure out where we are now. So what's this? Krasnostav. So we really want to be heading southeast now. Should we have a look to see if we can quickly find a better bag than this? Yeah, so people see my videos that explain that my servers are... Let's put that way. Ooh, look at that SK. Oh. Look at this bad boy. Ooh. Got no bullets for it though. Let's go outside. Nice. Yeah, and yeah, we're going to have to leave that behind because unfortunately I haven't got any bullets. And so people see the player versus environment videos and go, oh yeah, I fancy a bit of that, because often they've started playing DayZ. And should we take our mask off and put a bandana on instead? Where is it? And they oh, shotgun. And they may have had a bad experience where they've been, you know, killed by someone on a public server, you know, a few times, and they're like, all I want to do is learn how to build stuff and survive. And so they come onto my servers and they do that. what's that? Netting. Obviously, with my servers, you've got to be over 18, and you've got to, join my Patreon for $2 a month. The main reason why I do that isn't to make any money. It's not about making money. Ooh. It's just like a little gateway, because if people are paying $2 a month, they're going to be a little bit invested in the server, and keeping it PvE, and just kind of respecting the rules and stuff like that. And we've been very successful at that, and I do sympathise with anybody who has a private server who tries to have complicated rules on it to get people to follow them, because we did that on my servers for a long time, and it was very stressful. Oh, axe, that's what we want. And to be honest, although we had some amazing times when we had factions and we did all sorts of stuff, it also created lots of friction, and we had lots of arguments and things went on like that. And since we've gone to PvE only, I've enjoyed DayZ a lot more, and whenever I want some PvP action, I know I can go on other private servers that are open, or go on public servers and get some really cool PvE action. So getting back to how do I get people to join? So I advertise basically by making videos about it. We need to put this on our back. Oh, we've got a submachine gun. Oh, right, let's get rid of that. Okay. Let's do that. Okay, let's get rid of that submachine gun. We don't need a submachine gun. Right, let's get running. So we need to be heading southeast. So if you want to attract people to your server, have a Discord. That always helps. Have a little bit of a social media presence. Kind of helps a tiny little bit if you use some of the hashtags, and follow people like DayZ, and if they say anything, reply and put links to your Discord in. Make videos about it and post them on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, and then some people come along. And I kind of think that you should have your set up your private server how you would want it to be. What is the experience? Have it so it gives you the DayZ experience you want to do, and then enjoy it that way. And then if other people come along and enjoy it, then fantastic. And if they don't, well, you've still got your version of DayZ. So yeah, but I understand. The DayZ Nitrado servers, they're not cheap, are they? They're not free. And when you're doing it by yourself, it adds up, doesn't it, over the year, when you think about how much you would spend on these. Obviously with my servers, I do have people who pay me, so that the servers basically help to pay for themselves, which is great, and it allows me to sort of do lots of content about them. See if we can. Of course, we're going to get to Novi Stabor, and nothing's going to be there. Right, let's catch up with the chat. Oh wow, okay. Aaron says, I've also tried getting on your servers, but our whitelist. Yeah, you've got to get on the whitelist. Not far, mate. Head to Severagard. Good idea. Aaron says, I'm all about PvE, and also I do the same when I want PvP. Just go into modded PvP servers with the 300 mag. That's true. Keith says, is there an allocated time for this premiere? No, I just tend to stream whenever I can. Aaron says, I got Discord app, not sure how to work it though. April says, I have my own server, but I'm wondering what happens when I join another server. Am I a freshie? Yes, you are. Family shenanigans, I thought about a Discord. Yeah. I remember there's hundreds of servers out there, so maybe just play with your friends, you know, have a little private Chernarus. Or, you know, and then what you can do is you can always practice on your private server, and then you go on as a group onto other private servers or public servers. But to also answer your question, yeah, you don't take kit from one private server to the next. When you start on another private server, you always start as a freshie. Obviously with public servers, you transfer your loot from one to the next, but you will spawn in a different location. I'll tell you what, it's great being back on Chernarus, but not being rained on all the time like in Livonia. Though it is getting a little bit overcast here. Actually, it is raining now, isn't it? What am I talking about? We've got a raincoat on though, so we should be alright. Oh, look. A ruin. This would be a good place for a base, wouldn't it? Got anything in there? No barrels hidden. No. I love that on public servers when you're in the middle of nowhere and you come across someone's base. Yeah, so as far as my stream schedule goes, because I work full time, and I do lots of other YouTube games and YouTube stuff, I don't really have a set schedule for DayZ, because I'm very much a YouTube type person. So I make videos for YouTube and upload them, rather than like a streamer type person. But I do enjoy streaming. Keith says, awesome, first time watching live, this is cool, thank you very much. Aaron says, same as two. Azael says, I love it when my server fills up, 10 slots. April says, thanks, good to know. It is good when it fills up, yes, because you know that people they're there in your Chernarus or your Livonia, running around, surviving, fighting. Alright, we're getting wet. Maybe we should go along this tree line here. Hopefully the rain won't last too long. Has anybody in the chat played that new survival game, DayZ? It's only on PC at the moment. Looks quite interesting. I tell you what, a game I've got in my basket right now on the PlayStation Store because it's on sale is The Forest. Keep thinking about having a crack at that. Azrael says, thanks to your tutorials, I've modded it just how I like it. Excellent. That is good to hear. Okay. Let's keep going. What we're looking for now is probably a road, because we don't want to... Keith says, I prefer to put worms in the fireplace and then use them as a heat source. Won't get sick from rain. Worms in the fireplace, interesting. Yeah, I'm probably going to get ill here because I'm going to get cold. But is that a... No buildings, is there? I'll tell you what I should be doing. Let's move these into my paints. That'll warm me up. Let's move them. Oh, sugar. Sugar, sugar, sugar. Okay, let's keep running. Alright, the rain's eased off. Let's dry out our pants. Is our hat wet? Yeah. How about our bandana soaked? They get very flat, don't they, clothes, when you take them off? Very well ironed, very well pressed. Okay, now let's take a look at these shoes, because they're looking a bit knackered. No, they're still only worn. Okay. What have we got? Southeast. So let's go. Let us go. Right. We must be getting close now. What we'll do is we'll start looking for landmarks now. See what we can find. I know it's a bit boring with me just charging across the countryside, but I'm quite interesting to see if this spawn works for these trucks. Or truck. You can really cover a lot of ground when you're not carrying much. Thomas says, Master, would you have a few minutes one day to help me with my Nitrado? I've got about 26 mods running. Better or worse, but I have no animals or zombies. I would do a fresh copy on Wednesday night, and I would appreciate your help. By all means, send me messages. Unfortunately, modding is a very complicated process, and if things have stopped spawning, you've probably overloaded the loot table a little bit more, and there's probably a spelling error in your spawnable types folder file. Sorry. So often it's a case of just rolling stuff back. You know, just roll it back. Do a few less. There we go. We are not messing around with wolves. I know this is bad. I know you shouldn't do this, but I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission. Okay, so as I says, I got eaten by a bear at Zavir last night. It was fully geared, but the bear didn't care. They don't care what stuff you've got on. In fact, one of the best things you can do with a bear is just lie down and let it attack you. And often they'll just attack you and then run off. So then you can just heal up and then be on your way. They often won't try and kill you unless you try shooting at them. Try attacking them. Right, let's see if those wolves have gone. This is called combat logging. It's very, very frowned on in PvP PvP servers. Right, have they gone? Can we hear them? I should get my... Oh, friggin' hell. Right, have we got any houses nearby? Let's have a quick look round. Oh shit. Oh great, I'm dead. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take me off the server. Woo! Now I may well be dead actually, because I've left the server bleeding probably. Anyway, let's talk about DayZ for a little bit. I should have kept the submachine gun, shouldn't I? Then I could have killed him. The shotgun would have probably seen a couple off. Well, I'll be a bit gutted if this is the case, because I have put one of these trucks down on the south coast. We'll give it a couple of minutes. Give the wolves time to move on. Thomas says, so if I do a fresh reinstall and install mods one by one and do a backup after every mod, it would help. How do I know when I overload this server? Yeah, so the way that there's some rules of thumb, all right, some common sense rules. Don't when you're altering the loot table, don't go mad. Don't like treble everything. And whenever you're adding something, say you add 50 assault rifles, take 50 away of something else. So always keep the loot table in balance. That's really important. Same with, you know, if you're trying to add more zombies. You know, if you don't add hundreds more zombies, just add like 25% more. You know, don't make it crazy that way. Same with the cars. You know, the way that I would do it is I'm very lucky in the fact that I would have a private server, another server that I would hire off Nitrado for like a week, and I would put my mods on that server, and then I would say, right guys, this is the test server. Can everybody please go onto it and just play around? This is what I'm looking for. Can you see if these mods have worked? And then we would play test it, and see if everything was working. So looking for things like guns that spawn in with all their equipment, all that sort of stuff. And that, you know, you're basically playtesting just like they playtest video games and software in real life as well. And generally I would do that for about a week just to see things. Luckily I've got quite a lot of experience in modding anyway, and most of, I say quite a lot, in Xbox and PlayStation modding, and lots of my mods you can kind of test fairly quickly because they're very simple ones. You know, do guns spawn with magazines? Do magazines spawn with ammo? Does everything spawn pristine? You know, you just run to the nearest town and you can check that. The trickier ones are things like does the C-130 spawn in instead of a helicopter? Does the Ada spawn in with everything complete? And if the and what I do is, once I've got an XML file where that works, I don't really push it any further. You know, I kind of do it that. Right, let's see if we're dead. I think we're going to be dead. Let's have a look. All these wolves won't have buggered off and we'll get eaten. Are you ready? We're going to go down fighting. Oh. Shit. Oh, God. We are so dead. Okay, we might be okay. We might be okay, because we were only bleeding a little bit. So we might be okay. We might be okay. But the problem is those wolves are in the area. Oh, damn. Damn, damn, damn. That's a real pain. That is a real pain. Stuart says, I've been learning mod stuff from the A19 server admins. Would like to collaborate with you about a trading platform, place this for an Xbox service. Quick, do you have upgraded your RAM on your server? No, I don't. I think the upgraded RAM, that's just for Minecraft, isn't it, I think. Thomas says, it's weird because I have all my mods working. Many mod guards, 3 mods with guns all spawn, all available to trade it. It's just those animals and zombies. April says, is that on PC? Axes kill wolves with 1 hit. Oh, maybe, I tell you what, I'm just going to go and make a drink, and I'm going to come back, and then we'll take on the wolves, and we'll see what happens. Or they'll have buggered off, and we'll be okay. Right, back in a sec. Okay, right, here we go. Thomas has got to go. April says, okay, maybe this is some question, but can we get a trader on PlayStation? You can't install the trader mod, no. Overheated Eskimo says, has anyone had Xbox Livonia DLC issues? I pressed it, but it keeps telling me I have to buy it. Restart, my friend, restart. Right, here we go. We're going to go out punching now. Let's see what happens. See if we can take out these. The problem is I've got a double-barreled shotgun, and I've got a funny feeling my shells are still in the box. Here we go. This is it. So, we're bleeding. We're surrounded by wolves. We've only got a double-barreled shotgun, but we do have an axe. Let's go for it. We've got 2 shots with the shotgun, then we get the axe out. Come on. Here we go. Right, have we got... oh, we have got shotgun shells. Right, cool. I need somewhere better to be able to defend myself. Alright, these rocks here. Here we go, this is it. No, get on the rock. To jump off it. Right, okay. Here we go. Come on, doggies. Where are you? I'm ready for you. Okay, so after all of that, the wolves have gone. Oh no, here we go. Here we go. Tell you what, while we're here, let us... is that more shotgun shells? Oh no, it's ACP-380, let's drop that. Have we got any more shotgun shells? Oh, we've only got 8 shotgun shells. Ah, okay. So... we only got 8. Got some nails. Here they... what's a piggy doing here? Oh, they're over there, look. There they are. Come on then. If you gotta come, come. They're over there, aren't they? Come a bit closer. Should we oh, hello. Right, there's one. Come on then, you're next. Any more? Here we go. See, normally once you get rid of the head one, That's it. So you're running away. Woo! So we used all of our shotgun shells, but we have killed a load of wolves, which is good. Now let's cut up one wolf, and we'll take some wolf steaks with us, because right. Let's take a bit of fat. Oh, I've got no space. Oh. That doesn't look very well good, does it? My knife is ruined. Right, let's drop it then. How are my boots doing? Worn. I suppose we could eat, couldn't we? If we ate. Let me get that one. That one. And now we take the big lump of fat. Oh, we still can't take the lump of fat. Jeez. Is it just not letting us take it? Is it like... Okay, can we now put it in our backpack? How much is fat? Oh, it's 6. Okay, let's do a little bit of... Okay. So we'll take what we can. Now we still need to be able to hang onto our axe. Right, okay, peeps. Okay, after that slight diversion, let's be on our way. That's the danger of Chernarus. Steaks for days. See, yes, absolutely. Yeah, but we've eaten enough. I think we're probably a little bit sick of chicken, because we've eaten a lot of chicken today. And a nice little bit of I don't know. See, there's probably people out there who know more about this than I do, but I'm pretty sure that things like wolf meat and steak and bear meat aren't that brilliant for you, because the problem with them is that they tend to have lots of whatchamacallit, parasites in them. You have to be very, especially bear meat, you've got to be incredibly careful with that. If you're ever out in the wilderness, okay, here's my survival advice for you. If you're out in the wilderness and you have to kill a bear to eat it, make sure you cook it incredibly well. Burn it all, burn the meat, because the parasites in wolf meat bear meat are horrendously dangerous. And they reckon it's because we tend to think as wolves and bears, if you know, that they eat deer, don't they, and other animals. But also a lot of the time they're eating carrion, like carcasses, you know, rotting flesh. When in fact some of the best animals to eat are the deer and the vegetarian animals. You know, the ones that just eat plants, whatever the real name for that is, because you know they tend to be very, very healthy. You can imagine if you as a person were eating rotten meat all the time, you know, you probably wouldn't be too healthy yourself, would you? Right, okay. Ooh. Okay, a road. I like roads, because roads end up at towns, and towns have names, and then we can figure out where we are. I'm just hoping we don't come across any more wolves, or bears, because we have no shotgun shells left. Okay, so we're heading south. And garbage, yes, bears eat garbage. Exactly. So, when we see the images of the grizzlies eating the salmon out of the rivers, yeah, or the ones eating all the berries, yeah, great. But as you say, they go into people's back gardens and they eat sugar loads of just rubbish. Right, this looks like a proper road to me. It is. Right, nice little bit of. Well, it's not a proper road, but it'll do. It's going the way we want to. If you are new to the stream, welcome. This is DayZ on the PlayStation on my Nitrado private server. Trying to get towards a place called Novi Sabor in Chernarus, sort of in the middle of the map. I'm investigating whether I've managed to spawn something in or not. Look at this place. Some sort of military roadblock before the zombie apocalypse. Let's get our axe out. Ah. Okay, so we're at a little guard. This is a little guardhouse. Ooh, right. So what we got here? We got some. Let's get rid of our boots and let's put these ones on. Because these are assault boots to me, hunter boots, and they are pristine. Excellent. What's this place then? I don't think I've ever been here. It's a TV station or something. Tracksuit bottoms. Oh, it hasn't got a battery, has it? Wow. Yeah, I guess it's a TV studio. Oh, look! What did we talk about earlier? We talked about this bad boy, didn't we? There it is. There it is. So there's certain items that are in the game files of DayZ that don't actually spawn in the game, and one of them is this, the Great Sword. As you may well have come across the Great Helm before. This is the kind of weapon that goes with it. In fact, there you go, you can see it there. The Great Sword. I wonder if it's as good as against zombies as the axe is. Yeah, and so there's quite a few of these items that aren't there, and on my private server, on Chernarus anyway, I've kind of included them because they're a bit of fun. Go on the roof. We get on the roof, can we? Is there a ladder? quite why it spawned at the I don't think I can get there, mate. Spawned at this radio station or TV station. I don't know. Oh, there's a ladder inside, is there? Oh well. Apologies. I've run away again. Okay, look at this place. This is cool. Oh, we've got a little industrial place. I can say in all my many hours of playing DayZ, I've never been here before. Now maybe we'll be able to get our bearings from up here. Good evening, Matthew. Thank you for joining the stream. Okay, so what can we see? Not a lot, to be honest. It's a bit misty. Have I got any binoculars? We haven't, have we? And I can't get my compass out. Okay, so let's have a look at the map. So we are at somewhere where there is a radio tower. Is this Black Mountain? No, it's not. Ah, right, okay. I think I know where I am. I think this is Altar. I think. There's two radio towers here. Right, so if we check, if we get down and we basically keep heading southwest, and we will be on our way to where we want to go. Right, so southwest. Right, let's see if we can get on this ladder without killing ourselves. Did we just drop something then? Down we go. Right, Grishno is to my right. Excellent. Pretty sure this is the tallest tower in Chernarus. Is it taller than Green Mountain, is it? Oh, I suppose it, yeah, you're probably right there, mate. Yeah, it does look pretty tall, doesn't it? Right, so we need to go. So, question is, do we bin the axe? So we can keep the sword. I think we have to, don't we? Yes. Okay, we bin the axe. Okay, so we want to be going southwest. We can find a hole in the fence. Right, we're off. Use the sun to navigate. Yeah, you could do, couldn't you? Yeah, you need to know the time of day, don't you? So we're heading southeast, so southwest, so the sun is setting in front of us. So it's probably mid-afternoon, isn't it? Here. On my private servers, the daytimes last 6 hours and the night times last 15 minutes. So it's not that bad, even if it does get dark. It's over pretty soon. We do need to be careful that we don't run past. In fact, Novi support's pretty big. We don't want to run past it, are we? We are not want to run past that. It's going to be a bit of a disappointment if this truck isn't there when we get there, I tell you. But that's part of DayZ modding. You're never quite sure what's going to happen. Good example is helicopter crash sites. So in vanilla DayZ, I think there's only about 4 potential helicopter crash sites across the entire map. So the chances of you ever finding one are really low anyway. And if you were to mod them and then try and find them, the chances of you finding your mod is incredibly low. So that's why, you know, most of my mods will always include more helicopter crash sites. Not too many. You don't want to make it silly. You still want to make them a surprising experience to come across, I think. You know, it should be special to come across a helicopter crash site. And then when you come across one that is a C-130 cargo plane instead, that makes it extra special. Right, I reckon we're going to be coming up on... we're going to see Novi in a minute. We are going to see Novi. Moxie, nice to see you back in Chernarus. It's great to be back in Chernarus, Moxie. Are you still on, are you? I noticed you were on earlier. I will make a detour up at some point to Green Mountain, because I know you've left some stuff there for me, which is brilliant. If you look on the iSurvive map, Moxie, you'll see that there's a couple of little tags that say "Look here," and if you're down on the south coast by what's it called, Kamashovo, look around there for something unusual. All right. Right, here we go. This is Novo. Right, let's zoom in. let's see where we should be heading towards. Okay, so we want to get onto the other side of the church, potentially. It's a bit overcast. Stuart says, does your super chat work on YouTube? Yes, I'm going to say. I'm not quite sure. I don't really know what super chat is. Right. Now, we are going to be coming across zombies here, so it's probably a good time to get out our sword. Prepare to take on the undead. Oh, you want to donate? Oh, thank you very much, Moxie. Yeah, Stuart, thank you very much. Oh, dude. Right, let's see. Let's see. Let us see. Right, okay, so we need to be careful now. I hear a zombie chicken. You shall live to fight another day. Okay. Excuse me. Right. Let's see. Zombie vicar. So, yeah. Car radiator. Should we test out this sword against this zombie? See if it's a one-tick kill. Maybe not. I guess is it quite heavy, the sword? 16, yeah, that's pretty heavy. Right. Let's get inside here. Just get out of the cold for a little bit. Oh, hunter pants. So let's close this door. What pants have I got on? Police pants. Let's get there. Let's put them on. Right. Why am I wet still? What's wet? Is it my hat? Must be my bandana. These all pairs of hunter's trousers in here. Or hunter jacket. Oh, we're starting to look the part now, aren't we? Oh, where's my sword gone? Oh, right, that's brilliant. We've got more options now, which is good. So, let's take a quick look at the map. Right, okay, so where this thing could have spawned, should have spawned, could have spawned, is up here. And I don't think it's worked, because I can't see it. So, it should have spawned here. Right on this junction. Now, that doesn't mean it's not going to spawn at some point. But that's a shame that it's not there. Okay. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little bit of hunting around in this town. We're gonna look for a better backpack. And then we're probably going to call it a day on the stream, because what I'm kind of doing here is, because I haven't reset the server, it could be that we've just got to let it cycle through and see. Can you no, you can't, can you? And we've just got to like let things sort themselves out, and then maybe it will spawn in. I don't want to kind of panic yet. I'm very cold though. Actually, is this hunter jacket? Yeah. You know, sometimes I think you're better off sticking with the raincoat, because the raincoats keep you pretty dry. I bet my trousers are wet as well, aren't they? Yeah. I think some of the best kit to have is the fireman's gear. That keeps you super dry. Thanks again for everybody for being in the stream. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate it. And hit the like button. That'd be great too. Thank you very much. Must be my hat that's wet then. No, I can't bring that out. So why am I still wet? What's wet? Jacket is damp. Hunter pants are damp. Hat will be soaked. Okay. Okay, we're warming up a little bit though. That's good. Just want this rain to stop. Let's make a mad dash. Wait a minute, have we already been here? We haven't, we? I've come back the wrong way. Oh dear. Where's the church? There's the church. Right, here's the police station. Here's a little shop. Right, let's see what this sword can do. Come on, go on, zombie. Oh, one-shot kill. Excellent. I can hear a zombie. I'm never that impressed with Chernarus. Oh, pump action shotgun. That's better than. What did I just do with that? What am I doing? You're never impressed with the Chernarus police stations. They don't really have much in them, do they? Oh, he says finding another another shotgun. I think, didn't I set these to have submachine guns in them? I think. Okay, looks like we've got a bit of wringing out to do again. Well, let's try. Must be my trousers. Soaked. See, we can't dry our hat out. Good evening, Russie. Emmanuel Stark says, I think I want to join your PvE. How many servers do you have and how active? I missed it. Did you find the truck? No, we didn't find the truck, Stuart. It's not there. But I'm not going to give up. It might well be there. It might spawn in at some point. So, how many servers do we have? We have 2 for PlayStation, 2 for Xbox, and 1 for PC. How active are they? They're very, very quiet. Very, very quiet. Most of the time you'll be by yourself, like me. So it's really for people who want to almost have a single player DayZ experience. You know, your chances of bumping into other people are very, very low, and everybody knows it's PvE, and they all pay their $2 a month to make it PvE, and people seem to like it. Right, okay, so let's get our bearings again. Right, the church is there, so we really want to head up that way, don't we? So, Rossi, how have you been doing? Long time no see. Remember, if you want to crack on the private servers, Rossi, you're still on the whitelist. Just want this rain to stop. If you let me give you the that's the link to the Discord with, I think it's the link to the rules as well. Hello zombies. It's just the one. Ooh. Hey. Have at thee with my mighty sword. Ooh, there's a can of something there. We tend to forget Noticola. Maybe we concentrate too much on Pipsy. Gosh, but that didn't do my sword much good. All I want is a nice sized bag. Like this crappy school bag. Have I got any rope? I could make an improvised one, couldn't I? Some athletic sunglasses. Oh, what a look. What a look. Oh, what did we just say? Yes. We finally got some decent carrying capacity. Didn't leave anything behind, did we? Rossi says, I'm well. I've not downloaded DayZ yet. I will at some point. Good for you, sir. Right, let me just... I will answer the other questions. Let me just dry myself out, because I'm a bit wet again. I don't want to get ill. I think maybe this bandana is more trouble than it's worth. So, have you ever damaged the sword? I think this is the first time I've really used it as a weapon. But this might be the first time I've ever had it. Wet. Drenched. National Champ with the $19.99 donation. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks for the 3 mods. It has made a world of difference to me and my friends. Dude! You brought a tear to my eye. Thank you very much. It means a lot to know that the stuff I do is helpful to other people and helps them enjoy DayZ. The fact that it helps you with your friends, that's even better. So thank you very much for that donation. I appreciate it more than you will know. All goes back into the channel, making more content, that sort of stuff. But yeah, thank you very much. I guess that's Stuart. Was that Stuart? Was it? But thank you very, very, very much. That is brilliant. Thank you very, very much. Really appreciate it. So, Emmanuel then has a question. How long are the nights? So the days are 6 hours and the nights are 15 minutes, roughly. Very short. I don't like nights in DayZ. Wow, you guys are generous beyond words. Thank you very, very, very much. Okay. One thing I've was looking into over the last few days is modding the weather. Unfortunately, even on PC, modding the weather is not a trivial thing to do at all. I think it used to be. It used to be a lot easier than it is now. It's funny, you said about the free mods. I kind of have these ongoing discussions in my Discord. Oh, Stuart. Oh, Stuart as well. There was separate ones. Sorry, National Champ. Thank you very much, National Champ, for your one. Thank you very much, Stuart. Thank you for educating... Oh, wait a minute. She's got a zombie to deal with. Thank you for educating the world on modding. Well, it's very kind of you to say so. I do my little bit, you know. Sometimes I wonder whether it's all that accurate, a lot of it, but I do my best. Oh, look what I found. so yes, thank you very much, Stuart. Thank you very, 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 very much. I really appreciate it. Fantastic stuff. Yeah, again, you brought a tear to my eye. I'm glad it's helpful. I know how frustrating and difficult modding is. And any little help that I can give, I really, yeah, I do it. Yeah, I enjoy it, and I enjoy the fact that people get enjoyment out of it as well, which is really important. But yeah, thank you very, very much, both of you, and thanks everybody for watching. If any of you guys watch, you know, you're in the private server, fantastic. If you're just watching, liking, and subscribing, that means an awful lot too. Honestly, everything helps. And I really appreciate it, and yeah, just sort of sharing what I know and trying to help people. So yeah, so what did I find then? Where has it gone? See, nobody had mentioned in my server that they'd found these yet, and look what they are. You naughty people. April says, yeah, I was hoping to mod the rain to like 5 minutes at a time. Yeah, it's... I looked at it on PC, and even on PC it's really complicated to do. Yeah. There we go, cannabis seeds. So we can grow if we want some cannabis. I know it's naughty. Hey, it's medicinal, alright? It's medicinal. Yeah, so I think I'm the first person to find it on the profile, unless the other guys just haven't said, which wouldn't be too bad. Right, okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to head back towards the church. So this is where... Oh, it's still raining. Damn. This is where the truck should spawn, but it hasn't. So we won't sweat it. Let's go and have a look around here first. See if we can find anything. Christmas lights. Now you don't see them very often, do you? I'm going to take them. So in the zombie apocalypse, what do you find? Cannabis seeds, a sword, and some Christmas lights. What's that there? Gloves. How are my gloves doing? April says, oops, I'll be looking for your vid on modding the rain on PlayStation if we ever get it. Yeah, if we ever get it. It will probably become part of the Nitrado web interface if they do it, I would have thought, rather than anything else. See, I'm playing with fire here because I'm still wet and I'm not drying myself out. That means I'm probably going to get ill. What's that zombie doing? I haven't got any cooked food, have I? It's still raining. Alright, what we got? Keep trying to go through those doors, but you can't, can you? Not quite sure what I'm looking for in here. I just walked past something. Some boots. Some more boots. Nothing in there. Tell you what, ammo's been a bit hard to come by, hasn't it? Yeah, we haven't really come across any ammo, or did we find duct tape earlier? No, we didn't, did we? Stuart says, by the way, my handle on PS4 is lockmeup.com, and yes, I also own that website for over 20 years. Got it 2 months before Google got there. Got their name in 97. Good for you. Oh, lookmeup.com. I will make sure I check it out, Stuart. I'll make sure I check it out. April says, you'll have to talk to the admin about the ammo. Yeah, well, yeah. I'm not sure he knows what he's doing. Yeah, well, I mean, when did I do my first website? When did I did my first websites round about 2003. Yeah. I think I uploaded my first videos to YouTube on my other channel. I don't really want to go out yet, it's raining too much. In 2007, I think. Well, it doesn't look like this rain is going away anytime soon, so this may be a good time. Thank you. Is your sword damaged? I don't know. Let's just check it. Let's just check it. Our sword is pristine still. Everything on this server spawns in absolutely pristine. So what that means generally is that everything lasts a lot longer. Because on a normal server, stuff spawns in between, you know, ruined. In fact, I don't think anything that's ruined. You get stuff that's very damaged, don't you? And worn and pristine. But there's quite a few different levels behind that you don't actually get to see. So with this in this server, your boots last a long time, your gloves last a long time, weapons last a long time, because they're all about as good as you can get. Trace Hitch says, thank you for the Nitrado videos that you've helped me get my private server up and running. Brilliant. That is so good to hear. Thank you very much for mentioning it. Sometimes I worry that some of the earlier videos are a little bit, they might not be quite as accurate as they could have been, because we were really learning our way, weren't we? Back in when in fact, one of the videos I've got to redo is I did one on what you can do with the Nitrado custom private server, and that's completely out of date now, so I need to replace that one. And then when they gave us access to the modding files, gave us access to the mission files, we were really feeling our way about what should we do and how should we do it. What surprised me really, April, thank you very much. Your videos have definitely helped me out a bunch. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, April. That is amazing. Thank you very much for the donation. Very much appreciate it. Really, really, really good. Brilliant. I'm glad they've helped. It means an awful lot to me. Yeah, what amazed me as well is the fact that the resources for PC modding weren't as good as I thought they would be. But I think that's probably because lots of the PC modding started in 2013, around about when the game came out, and then they changed the game in 2015, I think, or 16, when they put on a completely different engine, and all the information about what you can do to mod the game is kind of spread out all over the place. And so what I'm trying to do as well with the videos on the YouTube channel is to bring a lot of that information together in a more friendly manner as well, to kind of explain it in a more step-by-step manner, because a lot of the stuff like on GitHub and on Reddit, they assume that you know quite a lot to start off with, which I definitely don't, and I try and help that. So anyway, we're going to call it a day because it is still raining outside, and we've got a lot of ground to cover. Thank you everybody for your support tonight. Watching the video, liking the video, subscribing, the amazing donations. Thank you very, very much for that. Really, honestly, it means an awful lot to me, and I can't thank you enough. But the way I will thank you is I will carry on doing the best DayZ YouTube content I can, and obviously with all the other stuff I do as well. April says, DayZ is the first I have ever modded, and 98% of it works, thanks to you. Oh, thank you very much. Don't blame me for the 2% that doesn't, because trust me, you'll get to a point where you'll do stuff and it won't work. But yeah, keep up. So thanks everybody again, and yeah, I'll see you all again soon.